will discuss about while loops. Okay, there are two different types of loops. One is while loop, another one is for loop. In this video we will discuss while loops. Okay, so until the condition is true, okay, until the conditional statement is true, okay, this while loop, it executes a set of statements. Okay, it keeps on executing the particular block of code. Okay, I want to repeat certain operation, okay, some operation, okay, until the condition is true. Okay, I don't know how many number of times I need to execute this. Okay, if I know the count exactly, then I can go for loop. Okay, if I don't know the count exactly, then I will be going for while loop. Okay, in Python, the syntax for while is, one minute. Okay, the syntax for while is while. Okay, you need to define two things, okay, while using the while loop. One is the variable you have to initialize. Okay, you can notice I have initialized the variable I equal to 1. You need to initialize the variable. That's the first one. Second one, after the while, you need to mention the condition. For example, I'm just checking whether I is equal to 2. Okay, you need to mention the condition. Okay, this can be double equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to. This can be any of this condition. Okay, already in a separate video we have discussed about this condition. There itself I mentioned we will be using this conditional statements for loop as well as if else conditions. Okay, this is the second thing. Third one, we need to define the increment or decrement. Okay, third one, we need to define the increment or decrement. Okay, so if you see this basic code, I have initialized I equal to 1. Okay, then I'm just the condition, while condition is I less than or equal to. Very important thing for while, after defining the condition, I need to put colon. Okay, then indentation is very important. We have to leave a minimum space of 1 tab. Okay, minimum space of 1 tab. If you don't define this increment, or decrement, what will happen? Okay, as per this code, I is 1 always. Okay, the value will not change. So this will always print this Keshika. Okay, so this increment or decrement, that is very important. What we will do, we will try this in Python. Okay, we go for okay. So this program is for understanding the while loop. Very first thing, we need to initialize the variable that we have done. Then while I less than or equal to 10. Okay, then semicolon, sorry, colon, not semicolon, semicolon. I am going to print, okay, Keshika. Okay, I am going to print Keshika. After this, I need to define the increment or decrement. Okay, I am going to do the increment I equal to I plus 1. Alternatively, we know that this can be defined like this: I plus is equal to 1. That is also same. Okay. So initially I equal to 1. Here I am just checking whether I less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is less than or equal to 10. So it prints Keshika. Then I is incremented. Now the I value is 2. Okay. Again this condition is satisfied. Again it prints Keshika. Like that this operation repeats. When I equal to 10. Okay. This condition is satisfied. Again it prints Keshika. Then I is incremented to 11. When it comes, this condition fails. So it stops. So I'm just expecting 10 times Keshika. Okay, let me execute this. You can see there is a run file, this play kind of button, or you can press F5. Okay, you can notice 10 times Keshika is printed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times Keshika is printed. Okay. Alternatively, the same program I can develop with decrement. Okay, let me do that. So what I am doing, I am just initializing I equal to 10. Okay, I equal to 10. Here slightly I am just changing the code. I am just checking whether I is greater than or equal to 1. Instead of increment, I am just decrementing by 1. So now we just check the program. I is 10. Yeah, it is greater than 1. So it prints Keshika. Now I is decremented. Now I value becomes 9. Again the condition is satisfied. 9 is greater than 1. Again it prints Keshika. Now I becomes 8. Okay, like that when I becomes 1. Again the condition is satisfied. It prints Keshika. Then I becomes 0. 0 is not greater than or equal to 1. So the condition fails. It stops printing Keshika. Let me execute this. You can see this program gives the same output. Okay, 10 times it prints Keshika. Keshika 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then the next one, I can use break statement, break and continue. We are going to discuss break and continue now. I can use break statement, okay, within the while loop. Okay, I can use break statement within the while loop. With the break statement, we can stop the loop even the condition is true. Okay, so in between, I am going to stop the loop even the condition is true. Okay, let me try this particular program. I'll go for Python window. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so in the other video we discussed if else, if else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check whether I double equal to 5. Okay, we need to use colon. Okay, if I double equal to 5, I'm going to break. Okay, I'm going to break. So what is the expected one? Okay, what is the expected one? Let us explain. Let me explain this. So what happens? I equal to 10. Okay, so here the condition is satisfied. So it prints Keshika. Okay, then it checks whether I is equal to 5. No. So since this is false, it comes below. So I is decremented. So the new I value is 9 now. Okay, 9 is greater than 1. So again it prints Keshika. Again it checks I is not equal to 5. Now I is decremented. It is 8. Okay. So again the condition is satisfied. It prints Keshika. I is not equal to 5. So I is decremented. It is 7. Okay. So again it prints Keshika. I is not equal to 5. It is decremented 6. So it prints Keshika. Okay. So again I is decremented. Now it is 5. Okay. I is equal to yeah, for 5 it prints Keshika. Now it checks whether yeah, I is equal to 5. The condition is satisfied. The condition is satisfied. Okay. So what it does, it just breaks. Okay, it just comes out. Okay, So even though now the I value is 5, still the loop can run. Okay, but in between itself, it comes out of the loop. Okay, so we discussed that it executes Keshika 6 times. We will check that. Let me execute this. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Okay, it is printing Keshika. Now let us try the other program. Okay, this is also explaining the break. Only thing is, here I have used print here, whereas I am using print here. This is the only change. So what happens? What is the expected output? So I equal to 10. It is greater than 1. It is checking. It is not equal to 5. So it prints Keshika first time. Okay. Let me write I for 10. Now I is decremented 9. 9 is greater than 1. It's not equal to 5. It prints Keshika. So I is decremented 8. 8 is greater than 1. It is not equal to 5. So it prints Keshika. Now it becomes 7. Okay. It is not equal to 5. It prints Keshika. Now I becomes 6. Okay. So it is not equal to 5. It prints Keshika. Then I is 5. Okay. Now decremented, it is 5. Okay. It is greater than 1. But immediately I is equal to 5. So it breaks. It comes out of the loop. So here it prints 6 times Keshika. Now it prints 5 times Keshika. Okay. We'll verify this. So what I'm doing, this I'm taking and I'm just putting here. You execute this, you just see Keshika is printed 5 times. Okay, Keshika is printed 5 times. Then, so break actually comes out of the loop, whereas continue, it skips the current iteration. Okay, it actually continues with the next iteration. Okay, it skips the current iteration, it continues with the next iteration. So the same program, I just made a few modifications. You just see I equal to 10. Okay, so I value is 10. I is greater than 1. Yeah, the condition is satisfied. Now I is decremented to 9. Okay, I am just checking whether I is equal to 5. No. Okay, then it prints I. Okay, it is printing 9. Okay, then 9 greater than or equal to 1. Yeah, now it is decremented to 8. It is not equal to 5. Okay, so it prints 8. Then I is decremented to 7. Okay, it is not equal to 5. Okay, it prints 7. Then I is decremented to 6. Okay, it is not equal to 5. It prints 6. Then I is 6. Okay, here I is decremented by 1. For 6, it is decremented to 5. Okay, it is decremented to 5. Okay, so when I is equal to 6 initially, when it comes here, okay, it is decremented to 5. Then I'm just checking whether I is equal to 5. Yeah, it is 5. Then it continues. So without printing this, okay, without printing this, it again goes here. Okay, now the I value, new I value is 5. Okay, new I value is 5. It is greater than 1. So I is decremented 4. I is not equal to 5. So it prints. So it goes like this. So if you see, this prints 9, 8, 7, 6. It skips 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we'll verify this. I equal to 10 while I, okay, so I equal to I minus 1. Let me put that I equal to I minus 1 here. If I double equal to 5, instead of break, I'm going to use continue. Okay, I'm going to print I. Okay, that's it. The program is ready. Let me execute this. You just see 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, it skips 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even 0. Why 0 means? Okay, it prints I equal to 1. Okay, I equal to 1. It prints I equal to 1. Then it comes here. I greater than or equal to 1. The condition is satisfied. Now I is decremented to 1 minus 1. It is 0. So that 0 is also getting printed. I didn't write that, but it also prints 0. Okay. So what is the expected output? So earlier, if you see the change, after while I was using the decrement, okay, otherwise the code is same, but now I have included the decrement here. Okay, what is the output expected? Let us try to understand this. I equal to 10, the condition is satisfied, it is not equal to 5, so it prints 10. I is decremented 9, it is greater than 1, not equal to 5. Okay, so it prints 9. Now it is decremented to 8. 8 greater than or equal to 1. Okay, it is not equal to 5, it is printed. Now I is 7. Okay, 7, it prints 7. Okay, I, what it is printing? 10 means 10, 9 means 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, then what happens when I is equal to, when I is equal to 6? Yeah, so it comes, I is decremented to 5. Okay, when I is 5, this condition is satisfied, this condition is satisfied, so it comes out, it comes out. Okay, because I is decremented here only, it won't print 5. Okay, when the when I is equal to 5, when I becomes 5, after decrementing, when I becomes 5, it comes here, the condition is true, so it comes out. Now the I is 5. Again it checks I is 5, so it comes out. Again it checks I is 5, it comes out. It won't print anything. The program runs infinite number of times. Okay, you can notice it displays 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, but it won't, okay, give the other results because I is equal to 5. It keeps on continuing. Okay, we'll check this. So what I'm doing, this I'm taking, this I'm putting below the print. Okay, let me execute. See, you can see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, still the program is running. Okay, it won't end. So what we will do, there is a shortcut key, Control plus C, Control plus C for keyboard interrupt. Okay, Control plus C. Yeah, now the program is interrupted and it has stopped actually. So let me put the decrement in the proper place. Okay, then we can also use else statement. in while loop. Okay, so we know that this while, okay, it executes this print until this condition is satisfied. When the condition is not satisfied, for once it will execute this else. Okay, when the condition is not satisfied, for once it will execute the else. So what I will do, let me try this in Python window. So I is equal to 1, I, what is the program? I less than or equal to 5. Let me use the same program. Okay, let me delete all these things. I'm going to print Keshika. Okay, then I'm going to increment I. Okay, else colon. When the condition fails, I'm going to print Aksha. Okay, this is the program I have displayed in the PPT. Let me execute this. Here just see I equal to 1. So 5 times. Okay, this condition will be satisfied for the 5 times. So 5 times it executes Keshika. When I is 6, this condition fails. That time it executes the else statement, Akshar. Okay. Then nested while. Okay, within a while, another while. Okay, within a while, another while.